What it do, my people? What it do, what it do, what it do? Y'all know what I've been sitting out here thinking about? I've been thinking about shadow work. I keep seeing everybody talk about this shadow work journal, right? Everybody's saying this shadow work journal is helping them, which is a good thing. But I really thought about what shadow work is. Just the name shadow work. Y'all know me, I'm a wordologist. Words are my friends. If you haven't noticed by now on my channel, words are alive. Words run the show around here. Words on my channel have legs. They think, they got heartbeats. I look at words as if I look at people. So did God, because when he created the world, all he did was spoke. So that means his words grew arms and legs, and they got up and they did something, right? So his words are creatures. His words are alive. His words are deities. So when you think about the word shadow work, first of all, it makes me, this is just my opinion, so don't come for me, because opinion just like a butthole, everybody got one, and I got a right to my opinion. But this is just for me, for my life, the way I look at shadow work, because to me, I don't want to depend on something else to give my, I don't want to give my power to something else, and to me, it feel like I can't control it. Like this job just too big for me to deal with. I need something else to fight for me. I want to fight for myself. I'm learning how to fight for myself. I've been fighting for myself all my life. I'm not gonna stop now. You know what I'm saying? So I think the book is a very good idea, but when I keep hearing people talk about shadow work, it sounds like they're trying to get rid of something. They're trying to let something go. They're trying to come out of something, right? I don't understand shadow work. I really don't. But to me, shadow work means you need to get your shadow to work for you. I'm going to say it again. Shadow work to me means you get your shadow to work for you. Shadow work, that's a command. Shadow work in my world. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of go along with me. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thine are with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You know what that means to me? That these things that I'm trying to get rid of, these things that I don't like, these things that irritate me, bother me, these things that are holding me down, are just as much as a victim as I am. Because I created them. Other people created them. They didn't ask to be created. And a lot of stuff that was done to you was done in the dark. It was done in the shadows. When somebody being dirty to you, usually they do it behind your back. Now you got some who will do it in your face, but you got some who like to work in the background, right? So when you think about shadow work, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Do you know a shadow is something that barely got light? So when you have something in the shadow, it transforms and morphs the farther you walk away from it or the closer you walk up to it. That's what's scary, because shadows are taller than us. You remember the song, My Mind Playing Tricks on Me? His hand crease are bloody for punching on the concrete, because the dude that stood over him was his own shadow. Our minds play tricks on us. This stuff is ciphers. These things are placed here to give us hints and clues, but you can't be lazy in your thinking. Don't just listening to stuff just to be listening and stuff, bobbing your head. There was a message in that song, My Mind Playing Tricks on. But the shadow feels bigger than you. It stands over you, and you're afraid of the shadow or got an issue with the shadow because you have not checked it out. You have not shined light in that area to actually see what that shadow is, because even though the shadow may be tall, the object of the issue might be this small. It's just depending on the light, the way the light is reflected on it. Depending on the perspective, how you looking at things, right? So some shadows don't want to be shadows. And the reason I say that, because if I have to travel through all the roads I done been down with my learning, with words being alive, according to the Kabbalah, that all that shadow work started in the shadow. Like it was saying something like wisdom. They call her Sophia. She went off to herself, thought by herself, thought on her own. We all go off and have our own thoughts. We don't have all our counterparts with us to help us think correctly. And she created something that did not look like them, and she hid it in the realms. So this being grew up by itself, had mating with everything, because it still came from wisdom. It's still wisdom. You see what I'm saying? But it didn't get love. It didn't get hope. It didn't get light. It didn't get reasoning. It didn't get the word reason. This is a word war, y'all. This is a word war. Pay attention to the words that you write on your piece of paper and words that you speak, because them things is critters. They are alive. God calls his words creatures. They're us without the skin. We are them with the skin. We're one. All we do is word all day long. So if this being is in a realm all by itself, nobody knows about it but life, because life is aware of everything that is created, and it's over there mating with everything, because it's still a part of God. You know, if God stand next to a car, he'll mate with it. If he stand next to a brick, he'll mate with it. He's a creator God. So this thing is over there mating with everything. So it starts to boast and say, I'm the only God. I'm a jealous God. There is no other God before me. Just by him saying this made a sound in the heavens, and somebody said, who said that? Now we know something else being created, you know what I'm saying, without all of us. So they had to help wisdom out. So this how they came up with creating us, right? The thing was to put all of them working together, to put the powers together. That's why you got different eyes. Both of your eyes ain't the same. Both of your eyebrows ain't the same. Both of your hands ain't the same. Each word created a part of your body. Like faith created your ears. Knowledge gave you hair. You know what I'm saying? The word kingdom created your blood. These beings came together and morphed together and put you together. Like your finger, you got spirits in your finger. You know, they be like spirit fingers. Well, in the secret teachings, you got 3 spirits in one finger, because in these fingers is realms. This stuff is deep, y'all. You got an upper realm, a middle realm, and a lower realm. Look at them lines in my finger. It's 3 of them. And each one of these are a region. Then there go another one. Then there go another one. Then there go another one. Times 3. Then we ain't even going to talk about the center part, right? So if something was made in the shadows and it didn't get light from the beginning, wouldn't it be fair to introduce it to light? You know your job is to reconcile the darkness inside of you. You're really not reconciling with people, but it's reconciling with the people and heal them bad thoughts, them bad memories, them bad experience, stuff you can't let go of. You're supposed to introduce that to the light. So if you're doing shadow work and you so busy getting rid of everything, dumping off everything, what if you get rid of something that is very useful? You just got rid of because it made you But you really don't know what it is because you really have not investigated it. So shadow work. Shadow work. Things that were created in the shadow that never got the full light deserves a chance to get the light. You are the redeemer. It says, let the redeemed say so. Well, who's going to say so? Not me, not you, the beings on the inside, the negativity on the inside, the things that were created in the shadows on the inside need light. So your job is to get these issues and these woes and these worries and really see what's wrong with them. Maybe they cutting up because they being ignored. Maybe they cutting up because they want to be loved, but they forced to be called something that they're not. Just like you, right? Maybe they misunderstood, just like you. So instead of dumping off everything, because shadow work, you should be able to get them to work together, just like the beings that was created in the shadows and the beings that were all like work together and made us. We supposed to be doing the same thing. So don't throw away your bad parts. Ask God to forgive your bad parts. Ask God to forgive you for your bad parts. Pray for your bad parts. Lift your bad parts up. Put them in a healing center and teach your bad parts how to work with you. Teach your bad parts how it really go on up in here, like how things are ran. Introduce your bad parts to love. Like, I believe in no man left behind. I want to get to heaven whole. So if it entered me, I want to try to redeem it. That's just me. It didn't get here by chance, because I feel like I'm so protected and so loved by God. Nothing can enter me without his permission. So if it was sent here and it entered me, that means that's a job for me. I have to do shadow work. And it says, you won't fear no evil because your rod and your staff, they comfort you. Well, Moses had a rod and staff. That's your hand. You could say, I send thee there. You tell that mountain where to move. Why do you think he told you to tell the mountain to move and it'll move? Because the mountain can hear you. Rocks got ears. Rocks can hear you. Rocks understand every language that is known to man's tongue. He wouldn't tell you to tell something to move and it don't hear you. So if you got something in the shadow, you're the boss. You're the parent up in there. You're the mother. You're the father. You're the water. You're the blood. Why do you need a book to help you? Well, I guess everything works together. Everything works together. But to me, the book is insulting, kind of like, and it just point out all your bad parts. But it's a good thing, because now you can see your bad parts and you can see what parts that need love and see what parts that need to be worked on. But as for myself, no man left behind, boo. It's a chance for all of us to get to heaven. It's a chance for all of us to be saved. It's a chance for all of us to get the glory. Like one day, I was telling somebody last night, I had somebody try to lay hands on me in a church, right? Don't let everybody lay hands on you. Everybody ain't right. And this is when my shadows knew what was up. Like, my shadows helped me out. Because I think that's what lets you know when the bull crap comes. Imagine if your shadow got somewhere, all your negativity got somewhere. You will be walking in the negativity and wouldn't even know you in negativity, because you don't know what negativity is. So you'll be easily got. You'll be easily programmed. So everything play a part. But I lost my train of thought, y'all. This shadow work got me today. It got me today. I would not get rid of my bad parts. I was telling somebody that today, the preacher, he tried to lay hands on me, and He kept pushing my forehead, just pushing out. And I'm like, dude, what's... He like, you won't go down. You won't go down. You fighting the spirit. You fighting the spirit. You fighting the spirit. No, I'm fighting your ass because you keep trying to push me on the ground. He said, why you won't fall? Why you won't fall? Your flow is nasty. And I don't do that. Why would I fall on the ground? I don't feel nothing. I feel like if God want me on the ground, he know how to lay me down there, right? He can raise me from the dead every time. So if he need me to fall on the ground, I think my knees will just buckle, right? I'll just fall on the ground. Then he said, you fighting the spirit? No, I'm fighting you. Because stop pushing me, because you really hurting me. You really pushing hard. You literally trying to force me, and I feel like you trying to make me go along with whatever you got going on. Y'all, I totally forgot it was other people standing around. That's why I don't go to church, because I just be me, and I don't be having no time for fake stuff and trying to watch my mouth. I don't know how to watch my mouth all the time, y'all. That's my problem. But all these people looking at me, and all these people laying on the ground, and I'm saying to myself, y'all know dang well you ain't got no business down there. Why you down there? You know what I'm saying? So he said, you got demons. You got demons. Yes, I do. I'm very aware of that. We need to get rid of them. No, you don't. Why would you say something like that? I like my demons. What my demons doing to you? They mine. Leave them alone. They serve me when I need for them to. If I get rid of my demons, I wouldn't know you was a demon. If I got rid of my demons, I'd have been laying down here on this floor like everybody else acting stupid, knowing dang on well you just push hard. I'm not laying down there. You need to stop talking to me because people look. It caused big old commotion, y'all. Just because I wouldn't fall on the ground. That man got mad at me and told me I had demons in me. But I told him, yes, I do. I know. Everybody do. You do too. But you don't get to get rid of my demons. If I feel like I need to get rid of something that ain't running right up in here, I'm at home. I know how to get rid of my demons. Y'all, I've been woke down near my whole life. I grew up like this in my household. This where it was. So... and this is how it was. Spirit walking all the time. So don't pray all your stuff away. Don't be so quick to get rid of something. Because think about this. A shadow helped you out. A shadow pulled you out of a situation. Now you want to get rid of it. Because of a shadow, you knew you was heading in the wrong direction. It scared your butt and you turned around and you went back. So you need to thank your shadows. You need to count it all joy. Thank everything. To me, evolvement is accepting your good parts and your bad parts. Loving every part of you. There's nothing wrong with you. Something got to be off in order for you to know that you off. Something got to tilt in order for you that you're not going straight anymore. You can't have it good all the time. How else will you know if you like something or if you don't like something? If you could put up with something, if you can't put up with something. If you go for this or if you don't go for that. It has to be opposite of everything. So don't be so quick, because God gave you a rod and a staff, and he gave you power and dominion over every creeping thing on the earth, boo. You're the earth. You're made from it. Everything inside of you is outside of you. So when these things act up, you send that word, because it's nothing but a word. It's nothing but a thought. It's nothing but memory. It's nothing but images, but it can all be summed up in words. So you got words. You are words. You are the power words. You are the righteousness. You are the holiness. You are the authority. You are made in his image. You are made out of his likeness. You came out of his own eternity. He said he gave you power. Why are you running from words when you got a rod and a staff and you can send that thing there? He said, when I say a word and I make a plan, I send my word out and it don't come back void. Why aren't you sending that word where you want it to go? Don't run from your shadows. To me, get to know them. See what the heck is in the shadow. You might be about to get rid of something that you really need and something that really helped you out. And just because things done got ugly, now you want to cut it off. But sometimes you need to remember something awful and remember the pain that it caused, because we like to go back into our slop once God delivered us. We got pig mentality. He get us out the slop and we go get right back in it and water in it. He takes some from us and we go and we get it back. So shadow work. Do you know you cast shadows? It run your enemies off. It could be something this small, but somebody who don't know, that thing can seem so big to them. Your essence is a shadow. Your presence is a shadow. You cast the shadow. You cast the spell. You are the wordologist. You are the one that control the word. Don't let your word use you. Don't let your word use you. You use the word. You make the word work. Shadow work. Shadow, go handle my business. Shadow, go straighten that for me. Shadow is your henchman. Shadow is your gangster. Shadow is your mobsters. Shadow is the cartel. Shadow is the Crips. Shadow is the Bloods. Shadow is the gangster disciples. Shadow is the police. Shadow is the judge. Like, Shadow, go get at them. I need for you to handle that. Make your shadows work for you instead of running from them. And maybe some of your shadows trying to chase you, they coming for you to show you that they want to help you, but you running from them because they look scary and they feel scary, because you won't take the time to cut the light on and shine light on the shadow and really see what the shadow is. Like, why is this thing even in the shadow? So shadow work. Shadow work. It says faith without work is dead. You see that? These words gotta work. They have to work. Faith without works is dead. Shadow without works is death. And what scares you? The shadow, because it's standing over you, so it feels so scary. But it's your power. It's you illuminating that thing. You the light. So it depends on how much you turned up, how much you turned on, how bright are you shining. Depends on how much light that thing get. And if you don't shine no light over there, if you just put just a little bit of light over there, the thing gonna be doing all kind of things in the, in the spaces. So shadow work. Shadow, go handle my business. Shadow, you did a really good job today. Shadow, cover me. It's hot out here. Shadow, make your shadow work. Stop running from what you are. Stop running from everything that done happen to you. Stop running from what you created. This is your work. This is your workspace. This is your area. This is where you can see your power. This is where you can see how powerful you are. This is where you can see you morph and transform. This is where you can stop having all these regrets. This is where you can stop carrying all this guilt. Lift your guilt up. Lift your regret up. Get it some healing. To get some of that pressure off. Get some of that steam off. Them words deserve love. Them words helped you out. All them words didn't attack you. And some of them words want to be your friends. Some of them words want to be your guys. And some of them words need to enter need to be on the front lines. And you need to be up in the castle, put up somewhere. Some of them words need to be fighting for you. Some of them words need to meet people before you do. Them words have jobs. Them words love to work. What do you think manifestation is? If you get out of the way, you will see, because you'll be able to see your word walk. You'll be able to see your word talk. You'll be able to see what your word do. But shadow work. It point out all the effery about you. That's just like me looking at you, just telling you all the effed up stuff about you. How in the world that supposed to make you feel good? Teach me how to deal with this stuff that don't make me feel good. And then when you think about it, do you really feel bad from some of that stuff? Or did you feel bad at one point? It's just now a memory. And you just remember to feel bad about that thing that don't have. You see how screwed up we are? Just sit down. Evaluate your life. Thank God for every good thing and every bad thing. And it's all given to you to grow you, to ascend you, to get you to a certain level. Remember, struggles are not punishments. They're lessons. Struggle is how you make things work. You got to agitate some things because we picked up somebody else's perspective of how we're supposed to be. So our whole thing is trying to figure out who we are supposed to be. We're trying to be so many identities, y'all. So me, personally, you just deal with your stuff. And you ain't got to worry about nothing. So your shadow. Thank your shadow for what your shadow was created for. Thank your shadow for standing up for you. Because do you know your shadow is the one that got a whole lot of your punches and slaps and cuts and spits and bad words, and your shadow picked it up before you did. Your shadow took it in so it couldn't hurt you. That's how the shadow grew. You was covered. You was hidden in the wings, in the secret place. So the thing coming at you didn't come at you. You were hidden. It came at the shadow. And your shadow, if your shadow's like mine, them mofos don't play about me. So I ain't getting rid of nothing. Nobody gets left behind. I'ma strain you out. I'ma bring you in the light. I'm gonna get you delivered. And we're gonna be one big old happy family up in here. Because if you didn't want to belong to me, you shouldn't have never came and joined the party. You shouldn't have never tried to sneak in here and get a whiff of my goodness. Because my goodness goes for everybody. It's all good up in here, and it gonna stay all good up in here. You see what I'm saying? So shadow, I don't need you right now, but it's gonna come a time where you will be useful and you will be able to be seen. See that? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing out of place. These things are thoughts, images, and memories. There's no gun right here. There's nobody beating you, forcing you to feel bad. You choose to feel bad. Now just look at your shadows as protection. You know, mustard seed, they say that's the smallest seed, right? But it made such a big harvest. And it create this big old tree for birds to get on and make shade. See, shadows are good. Shadows aren't bad all the time. So be careful in your shadow journaling and what you trying to get rid of. Because some of that stuff need to be there to remind you to go back, to turn around. It's scary over there. It's dangerous over there. Remember what happened to you the last time. Remember how bad you suffered. Remember how bad you cried. Remember how sick you got. Remember how your life fell apart. Remember how you lost everything. Remember how such and such died. Remember, because you're looking. So some shadows are necessary. And all shadows are necessary. If it's one that is just a tyrant, man, lift that thing up. God said, if I be lifted up, God is everything. He's your shadow. He's your problem. He's your issue. He's your solution. He's your cure. He's the antidote. Everything comes from God. He said, if I be lifted up. So if it's a word in you that needs to be corrected, He's the word. He's the God of word. You lifted your word up. Them words that's hurting you, choking you, beating you, keeping you from going through your mountain, flying over your mountain, walking around your mountain, which might be a little bitty pebble, but it's in the shadow, so it look like a big mountain. Man, if I be lifted up, what do you think he telling you to lift up? Open up your eyes, lift up the blinds, cut the light on. That's how you get rid of shadows. I love you.